All right, y'all, back to talk about episode 4 of the Wife Swap. This is Wendy Osefo's episode. I'm so glad, um, even though she's going through legal issues right now, they decided to keep the episode up. Let's get right into it. We meet the Osefo family. First up is her husband, Eddie Osefo. He is a lawyer. We have Carter with a K, who is 12, her son. And then we have Cruz, also with a K, who is 10. And Cameron, also with a K, who is 5. And so we learned from Wendy that Nigerian education is a focal point, and she has multiple degrees. She runs a tight ship. There's no chips or sugary drinks allowed in the house. She's organized. She's up at 5 a.m. That she needs structure because she grew up as a latchkey kid. She was raised by a single working mother, so she feels like she needs the structure. She feels replaced, and she feels afraid that someone will swap with her whole someone will swap with her family who ends up having no rules or structure, which newsflash is exactly what ended up happening. Um, and then we look into she is swapping with Althea, who happens to be a stay-at-home mom. Let's meet the Shapiros. First up, we have her husband, Greg. They are high school sweethearts. They have 4 children together. Daughters Haley and Dylan. Haley is 19. Dylan is 16. They have sons Shane, who is 12, and Skylar, who is 10. 2 daughters and 2 sons, like I was saying. She believes in a type of parenting style called low-demand parenting, empowering children to be more independent. For example, packing up their own lunches. She hates the parenting style, helicopter parenting style. She says she doesn't want to be a dictator to her children. She likes to crochet and she likes to play with her pets. Wendy is going to Naples, Florida. That's where Althea lives. They're known for their beaches. Althea is going to Potomac, Maryland, of course, because Wendy is a real housewife of Potomac. She's worried if she will fit into the lifestyle. She likes to dress in sweatpants. She admires the home, and she likes to dress in sweatpants. And so we see um, Wendy comes into the house. She reminds the home and the dog. She's excited about meeting the kids. Wendy, okay, let's start over. I need to make sure I put their names. So Althea walks into the home and she admires the dog, and she is excited to meet her new kids. And Wendy walks into her new home. She thinks that the 4 kids are adorable, and she is greeted by 2 cats. She was looking at, the pictures on the wall. Althea has many pets. And so Wendy says, what in the Dr. Doolittle is going on here, which is actually kind of funny. Wendy hates that they don't have a schedule. Again, Wendy is a stickler for rules. She likes a schedule. The Shapiros left the New York lifestyle for more freedom. Wendy meets Craig in the office. That is Althea's husband / laundry room. There's a washer dryer in there. They have 5 cats, ferrets, and they also have 2 dogs that Althea meets her new children, and she greets them. She asks them for a hug. I like that they ask for consent with hugs. Wendy meets her new adorable children. She has high heels, makeup, and everything. That's how the children were responding to her. Althea is out with their dogs in her new family. Carter thinks that Althea is cool. She dresses comfortable, casual clothing. And so now we see Wendy changes to a 2-piece sweatsuit. She meets and hugs Cruz and Grandma. No, we see Althea, who meets Cruz and Grandma Sue, who is, I believe, who is Eddie's mom. And so we see Ed talks about Wendy's mom is very loving but opinionated. I'm sorry, that is Wendy's mom. Althea is learning how to cook from Grandma Sue. Her mom teaches Althea's children how to cook. Sue is like, she's an old school Nigerian. She's like, what kind of woman are you? Wendy is caught off guard with the no schedule bedtimes. Althea says, I don't have to cook to be a good mom. Sue thinks Althea is lazy, which I kind of agree, and you'll see why as we continue this review. Wendy meets Haley, who is 19, and she is like their second mom. And so Simon, Haley's boyfriend, comes in. They do phones at dinner. And Wendy doesn't agree with that. She believes in quality time with family. Wendy feels like she should greet her children with hugs. Althea is 1 hour late for bedtime. It is 9:45. It's time for prayers. Althea is struggling with all that, all the structure. She has to be up at 5:30 in the morning. Every minute is accounted for. Althea wakes up the kids. Wendy gets to sleep in. Wendy is adjusting to waking up to sleeping in and waking up late in the morning. Ed drives the kids to school without Thea. Wendy does not like to have an idle mind. She likes, to hustle to work. Her job is to in the morning is to in the is she has a morning routine of cleaning up after the pets. Althea is vacuuming the house with a pink pantsuit and heels, kind of like the glammed up housewife the way Wendy is. According to Eddie, she is not paying attention to where she is vacuuming. Althea said she hates being a housewife. She said it's a lot of work and there is no time for a break, which again, I feel like she's a little lazy. Um, Haley greets the children with a hug after school. Wendy said, just by the way she embraces the kids, she's like the mom of the house. And now it's time for rule change. So during these wife swaps, we're going to see rule changes where each new mom enforces each other's rules. Then the next day they enforce their own rules. Okay, so Althea throws out the rules. She said, welcome to, and then we go back to Althea's house and she said, welcome to Wendy's world. Althea said, now it's my rules. Wendy said, there will be dinner by 7 p.m. No devices. Althea's rules are there are no rules. She incorporates fun. Eddie is low-key freaking out. Wendy wants to spend one-on-one time with the children, doing the activities that they like. Wendy believes that children should be the center. Wendy's rules are to bond with the children. Crocheting with Haley. She said that her mom doesn't go to Skylar's game. Haley wants her mom to be more present with her brothers. Do you feel like you and your mom switch roles? And Haley's parents and her siblings parents her siblings the way that she wants to be parented, the way she wants to parent her own children in the future.